Welcome to Outside with Clyde and a 5-day solo canoe trip in Algonquin Park, Ontario in mid-May of 2018. I did a counterclockwise loop crossing Cedar Lake at the Brent access point, paddling up the Petawa River into Catfish Lake, then up the Petawa River to Burnt Root Lake, down through Red Pine Bay, Lake Lemure, Hogan Lake, Small Phillips Lake, down the Madawaska River into Radiant Lake, then back up another section of the Petawa River into Cedar Lake. This is the final episode of a 4-part video series and covers my 5th and final day traveling upstream on the Petawawa River from my campsite on Radiant Lake to the original Brent access point on Cedar Lake.
It was a restless night again. Noises and uncomfortable. I woke up at 4, couldn't get back to sleep. Got up at about 4:45, and it's about 7, almost 7:30. I'm ready to head out, so I made the best of it. Just finishing up the pack.
Getting ready to launch Thursday morning, about 7:30.
Oh, this one's a challenge. Segment 1, this is 2-segment portage. I just took the canoe across halfway. Gonna record this way so you get an idea. Going back for the pack. So we're downstream of Cedar Lake, where actually this eastern end, we're gonna come out on the eastern end of Cedar Lake. That's what was still frozen over. That's what was still frozen over when we came in Saturday. When I came in Saturday. Lots of ups and downs here. Boulders, rock, roots, wet. I don't see any fresh cuttings or anything, but I would think somebody's been through here this week. This is supposed to be an abandoned road. I don't know if that means road or railway bed. Doesn't look too abandoned. Does it? Huh. This is gnarly here. You got all these roots. I don't know if you can see them. Rocks, roots. Lots of ankle breakers. There we are. Smells like fish in here. Fish or bear. You can really see that up in this part of the country it's just rock with a little bit of, not even sure you'd call it soil on top, just decayed plant matter. There is sand in spots, but that's kind of cool. Lord of the Ring-ish, Canadian style. The Lord of the Cup. We go for the cup here in Canada, not the ring. This is a really sketchy spot here just because of the ice. It makes it a whole new game. Really better off not stepping on ice at all. Woohoo! There we are. It's an island. Boy, it's hard to tell. Oh, that's what I want to avoid, pulling me back. Good. And he wanted to pull me back into the current. 685 plus, it's probably a 25%er. It's a 70, 140, 140, 175, 950. I'm gonna try and do it in one poke. I guess I could go 500, 500. Let's see how it plays out. Kind of a moss lichen. Oh, nice eddies and swirls. Not as bad as that one on the above Cedar Lake. Gently. Nice. Last portage, Petawawa River to Cedar Lake. By Petawawa. The beginning of the last portage, I thought I lost my gloves. I had tucked them up under my life jacket, and then I went to start carrying the canoe and looked for them. They were gone. Looked everywhere in the water. I was certain I'd lost them. I went to pick up the canoe, and there they were. They'd fallen out, and I'd put the canoe on top of them. And I have them. Here they are. Tillman. They are goat skin. I did a little research, and I understand goat skin is very durable and it's supple. These are driver's gloves. I'll tell you, they've been outstanding. Outstanding gloves. And the reason I'm bringing that up now is I'm going to show you, I'm going to need a little bit of goat in me to get this pack over this portage. Okay, and I hope I don't run out of battery. Okay, this is it. Last portage of the trip. 2 segments left for the pack. As I was paddling through up the river here, I was commenting to myself, this is like a big gorge. You can't see all the trees hide the cliffs, but you're gonna see what I mean here in a minute as we climb from water level up over the ridge. And just take my time. A trip here would not be good. With that pack, I'd roll down, smash into a few things. So I'll get my paddle here for just in case. Still climbing. Could explain it to me. Sorry for the cowbell. It's my whistle on my bear spray. I have to weigh the pack when I get home. I don't think it's much lighter. I'll do an inventory when I get home of what didn't get used at all, what was infrequently used. Fishing gear, hardly used the fishing gear at all. It was very windy, it was hard to fish. I wanted to cover ground. Fishing was slow. I want to save battery. I've only got one other battery for the Hero 5 left. And my backup battery is drained. It's pretty, but you've seen enough pretty, haven't you?
I'm at the canoe. I got the pack on the log. I'm going to take a little respite. Got the river down there and the sound of the rapids. It's probably a runnable river with a kayak, but it's cold now. I don't know if you'd want to do it now.
Do you see what I see? A lake, they call it Cedar Lake. But I'm not done paddling yet. Woohoo!
Okay, I decided I would play it by ear. We'd get here. There's 2 campsites, and decide if I'm going to spend the night and get up early and paddle across Cedar Lake Friday morning and then drive home. It's been windy. I expected Cedar Lake to be quite choppy and wavy, but it looked pretty good. Sun is nice. Looks like I've got a high pressure. This morning it was pretty blustery. Probably a small front came through or something, a cell. And I've had a great trip. I don't really want to unpack and set up again, just to pack in the morning. I'm not going to fish, so I'm going to head out. I'm going to make my way across Cedar Lake. The conditions look pretty good. If I stay, there's always a chance it gets worse, and it's even harder getting out tomorrow. I could stay till Saturday too. I'm 2 days ahead of if I leave now, I'm 2 days ahead of my original plan. But I've done exactly the route I wanted to do. So the plan was my last night on Cedar Lake right here. That would have been Friday night, so it's Thursday now. So that's what I'm deciding. I'm going to get some fresh water, a snack, and head across Cedar Lake.
So I came across into the wind behind this island, and I'm gonna go. There's a channel up around here, hopefully, and I'm gonna make my way to the far shore and follow that shore all the way back to the parking lot. So a little calmer on this side of the lake. It's gonna blow again when I go around that point. I'm gonna try and hug the shore for the rest of the way. Jack, I thought they had a legion out here. There she is, the Petawawa, where it all started. Actually, it started over there.
Well, here we are at the end of my 2018 spring solo canoe trip in Algonquin Park, starting and finishing from the Brent Access on Cedar Lake. The trip lasted 5 days and 4 nights, paddling almost 100 kilometers with 18 portages, totaling almost 15 kilometers or 9 miles. The average portage distance was 813 meters, with the longest at 3,500 meters along the Madawaska River into Radiant Lake. I hope you enjoyed the series. See you on the water.